I always thought we had a whole long time. But apparently it's the perfect amount of time. What I ask back from you guys is that you will, in your own humble and unique way, give this back to the world. A million things can change, but my sense is that it'll be ready to go within a year for sure. The next time we meet, I don't know how much I'll be able to speak. So we may just be meeting in very few words or in silence. There's so much to say and there's nothing to say. Just go and take it to the world. And just know that you're like the best. You're the best. So true, people. And remember that if you commit to one thing each day in your practice, like maybe finding the gate or working with your mind in a certain way, stopping, when you do little bits and you realize you survive and you get a little traction, little bits have a big payoff, really big payoff. And that you can just so much trust your lives. You can so much trust your life. I will never be far away. Whenever you say the Heart Sutra, the full and formlessness, I will be there, just in a different form. I want to just talk for a minute about joy. Oh, this is a Hafiz poem. I love it. Wherever you have dreamed of going, I have camped there and left firewood for you when you arrive. Wherever you have dreamed of going, I have camped there and left firewood for you when you arrive. And then I found this beautiful definition of the word fuckery. It's the derivative of the word fuck. It's the absolute bullshit, utter nonsense, something that can bring forth uneasy, angry, or irritated feelings. It's games used to mess with people's heads. And I love that because I love the word, that's just fuckery. So the path of joy. Just feel right now what keeps you in your unique way from experiencing joy. I'm going to guess it has something to do with judgment, grasping, resisting, complaining, internally or externally, gossiping, internally or externally, especially complaining. Complaining internally or externally to others feeds the conflicted mind. Find another way of being able to talk about your pain than complain. It sounds so cliche, but it's a lot easier to love and to find the good in things and to not be Pollyanna-ish about it, but instead of complaining. This sense of gratitude. It's amazing, the medicine of gratitude, because you have practiced so much. We all know when we are off base, right? When we've said something that just didn't feel quite right, or we've thought something that we felt off balance. Don't ignore those moments of that awareness of being off balance. I want to say this over and over before I go. Step it up to the next level, you guys. Step it up to the next level, which means taking profound responsibility for your state of mind and for your state of being in the world. I'm asking and demanding a lot of you. That means that when you're just in that conflicted state, work with it. When you're finding that you're off for whatever reason, may it feel worse and worse so that you learn that you don't want it for 1 second. And part of this is accepting our humanity. The first step is to accept, but then we also are working with it simultaneously, which is just these subtle things of realizing, wow, when I talk poorly about that person to that person, or I'm complaining in my life, there's something that just feels not good. Take that. If I believe that something is lacking or missing in my life, that will be my experience. So take responsibility for your inner state. Find out. When I was saying earlier about when we are in alignment with what we actually do and what's important to us, find the alignment so that you're actually in collusion with all these parts so you don't have to live divided. You wouldn't be here if something about this was not profoundly important to you. Trust that. So much more I could say, but I think I want to stop there and just open it up to the group and find out, how are you? How are you leaving retreat? What do you need to be reminded of as you go home? So does anybody want to begin?
You are a force. Oh my God. I just know here I am at the right place at the right fucking time. And I'm done questioning my path. And I'm miserable without practice. That's the good news. It's been a recommitment. I guess like every retreat is. And I think the biggest question is, how do I maintain the community part? Because this is essential to the daily practice. There's no question about my commitment. So it's just trusting that I'll know who, when, where, how I will continue my studies and practice. Because I think for me, it's about wanting to integrate practice and study more in a more committed way. Yeah.
And I really would like to ask that you guys come together when I am dying and practice on the land and be here. And you might not be in the house with me, but that you're on the land and you're practicing, and that you'll stay and be with my body or whatever, and then you'll be freed up for whatever is next for you. And you'll be freed up in this community, and this community may have had its time. We don't know. But I think that there is something that will happen once I'm gone. I think there's a potency in being there at the time when I'm dying. I'll try to give you as much fair warning as I can. Yeah. Which way you guys gonna go?
I think that one of the things that really came through to me was this idea of just that we have the tools and sit there to really go down deep and find that passion, that thing, being the person we are. There's something about, I don't know what it is, but it's like, oh, well, I got to practice a long time, and then it'll, something will happen. And I realize a lot of the everyday kind of stuff, the many sufferings, etc. It's like, that's dumb, really. I mean, that's what it came to. That what's going to happen in 5, 10, 20 years? And I think you're showing us that this is it, right? This is what you have to do. We just put the effort in and don't worry about the results.
Right. You know exactly how to do it. I can't say this enough. You all know exactly how to do it. Get out of your own way. Listen to the intuition. You know exactly what to do. All I'm doing is reminding you of what you already know. I just really can't say that enough. You must trust that intuitive part of yourself. It's so strong.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I would like a few more reminders of working with my ancient hooks, identities, who I think I am. That is not particularly on the positive side. I would just like a little synopsis.
Just the synopsis, just clip notes.
Couple little words to
Right.
send me home.
Okay, I'm gonna put you in my seat. What am I gonna say?
Way to go into my body, stop the sentence mid-sentence,
Put your hand on your
put my
heart.
hand on my heart, be kind to myself.
Find what is driving the cyclic loop. What's the feeling underneath? I'm hurt, I'm angry, I'm
Yeah.
sad, and then penetrate that, and then don't go back and pick it up. Penetrate what's actually happening. There's something driving it that is unresolved, that's wanting you.
long time.
Been there a long time, which is a sign to me that you actually haven't attended to it on some level. But, and then also is remember, our brain is like the Grand Canyon of ruts. We are habitual beings. You do one thing enough, it's just like for rote. You have to keep bringing it up and putting it over and creating a new rut over and over and over. And you will do it and do it and do it and do it. And you just have to go, right, that's the human mind. Super habitual. Super habitual. Do I want to be doing this thing right at the moment? Then when we're really hooked, sometimes the best we can do is hold on to the saddle and wait till it passes, because it will pass.
Go into hiding.
Go into hiding, lock yourself in a room, put a sock in your mouth, tape your mouth up. Does that help? Good luck. I'll be hearing from you. You know, it's just so interesting how life goes. But early on, for years, I've been saying we will be there with each other when we die. Little did I know I'd be the first, other than Michael. But there's a way in which I think this is one of the beautiful things about being in Sangha, is that we actually can go all the way through with each other. Even if you're in your 80s, one of the things that I have remorse over is that I didn't do like a 3-month with everybody. That would have been something that would have been icing on the cake. So maybe in some form, we'll see. Yeah, thank you. Okay, my dear.
I'm trying to go into my belly right now, but it's not working. Something you said on the first day is I've been reminding myself over and over again. You said there's enough problems, you don't need to pick this one up. And it is so helpful, really helpful.
Yeah.
Somehow it also puts things in perspective. I don't know, it's just another thing to pick up if you don't have to.
Yeah.
I feel such an energy and such a clarity from you as a teacher lately. And I feel like I really am getting stuff. You know, I think, I don't mean this in a bad way, but I think the fact that you're dying makes me realize like there's a renewed urgency in life for me to know that I know this from you. And that,
Yay.
that when you're here, like I tend to want to ask you, how do I do this? How do I do this?
Right.
And I know
Yeah, 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 yeah. There's so much. You just spoke to the four reminders, the preciousness of this human birth and that our moment of death, we have no idea. And we just get so lackadaisical, thinking that we have forever and our relationships have forever and we can do whatever we. I mean, I think there is a quickening when we know what's happening. But that's what I want to say to everybody. We know what's happening. We know what's happening. You can be guaranteed that you're going to die. And there's something about like, wow, let's just take it really seriously and appreciate this amazing, precious life. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. As you all know, my whole way of teaching is by not having hierarchy. That I am teaching what I have been trained in, and you will teach me what you have been trained in, and that it does not put me at a higher level. And so we can be friends. I sit in this seat because of my experience with this, but it does not mean that I have something that you don't. I love you all as my friends, right? And that's how I teach and why I teach that way, because I think to teach in where there's hierarchy just is a mess. And you won't trust that you have it inside you. It will be something that I will have. And what I'm doing is just imparting what you already know. So I really want there to be a lack of separation and this feeling that there's some deep balance that's happening in life with everything. Yeah. So we were really pretty shitty about silence at the end there. But so I just want to say that when it's a short retreat, it's tough to maintain silence. People did pretty well yesterday, but I'll just say that there's an impulse because we love each other so much and we want to talk and everything. But to really, now when you go home, all the things you've heard a million times, there's a good chance that you will have the exact amount of closing that you've had to the amount of opening. It's just how life works. We open, we close, we open, we close, we open in retreat, we leave retreat, and we just go, ah. And it's hard sometimes. We go home to the normalcy of life. Be so gentle with yourself for whatever arises, because that will just be part of life. We leave, and it's hard to leave the rarefied environment of retreat, right? So I'd like you all just right now I want you to imagine going home. I want you to imagine driving down the road, getting in your cars. And I want you just to imagine, how do I want to relate to life, to phenomena in that moment? Know the human mind. Know how the mind is going to be working with stuff. You're leaving and it's going to be looking for a problem and it's going to want to fix things and it's going to be possibly a little jagged. So gentle. Find your gateway right now so you know where to go when it gets rough. If it doesn't get rough today, it'll get rough tomorrow. So find your gateway in. Might be a nice, long, slow jellyfish breath. Letting your diaphragm be so soft and fluid. Nice, long, sweeping breath. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. They're okay. Everybody's okay. Go so slowly off retreat. Even though it's only been this short while, there's been a lot of sign words. Know that coming out and talking is where we get in a lot of problems, guys. Right? We get in a lot of problems. So be careful. Less is better. Breathing together, touch, Tonglen. Makes it so much easier.